What is up, everybody? Escape 211 here on the test server. We're looking at the Fusion 16. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, Escape, why are you wasting your time with this weapon? It's garbage. Generally, I agree with you. It's not really a weapon that's worth a whole lot of people's time. But I will say that it is in a kind of weird spot. The 16 specifically is the only 16 energy assault weapon we have, and it actually sits on the progress path, or the gear hub. I'm gonna have to get used to that. In the same spot as the in the same spot, get away, in the same spot as the carbine 12s, right? They are on spot, or in tier 7, which is pretty high. That's where a lot of legendary stuff shows up, so this is gonna feel weak. But I got my build here with a panther to kind of show roughly where it would sit when you get it, because this is its natural star rating with this panther. Now the panther is a little beefed up, but I tried to go as general as I could with the setup for this. So it feels like it's a decent one that people could achieve right about here, and you can see it in, you know, that like initial stages. But you know, obviously I want to play with this at max settings too, because it's one of those weapons that, I don't know, I'm just curious. Here, well, I've been playing with it for a bit. It's hit or miss, I gotta say. You know, when you're getting to this point with weaponry, there's a decent amount of stuff out here. You can play decently like this with bots, but I have a feeling against players, there are going to have, gosh, something else killed that guy very fast. People are going to have a decent amount of stuff that this is not going to do well. I almost want to get that point, but I feel like if I do, yeah, look at all those guys coming in. I was going to be in trouble. So I'm going to stay up here and let my bots do the work. I've done it before with this setup and I died, so I'm trying to be a little more cautious. I do feel like I've gotten more assists than kills with this too, probably the nature of assault weapons, and just again where this is at naturally. There's a lot of stuff around this stage that's you know, 4 and 5 stars, especially the mechs. Right now when you get to this stage, most stuff at this, I think all of them actually at this stage are all legendary. So, you know, a little behind the curve this weapon will feel at first, but it's not bad. It's okay here. I mean, it's a direct fire weapon. The problem with this weapon, as has always been the issue with this weapon, is its range, as well as like its, you know, overall firing speed. Since this only goes to 80 meters tops, you're most likely going to need a range implant for like shooting people that are coming directly down the line at you. But if they're going toward the side, you're going to have to lead targets, and you're probably going to miss some shots. It's not easy to hit with this weapon, is really what I'm saying. It feels tricky to land your shots. So it's one that you definitely have to play carefully, but it's easier said than done, I feel like. So, yeah, you can see I'm getting a lot of assists here. These guys my teammates are doing good and they're not letting me get kills, which I guess isn't the worst problem in the world. As long as we're working together, making stuff happen, all good. I did actually want to try this with something that was at the natural, like, legendary mech that was at this spot. Unfortunately, though, in my other testing on the server, I have maxed out all of my legendary 32 energy mechs, where I would do, like, a 16 with a 8. So I'm like, well, I'm going to have to use Panther. But a lot of people would still be using Panther right now, so it felt good. What do we do there? 8. Yeah, this has honestly been one of the better runs I've had. This is not an easy weapon where you're going to clean up with stuff, especially at this starter setting. But I do want to try maxing it out and see how well we do there, and see if it can at least hold a candle to the carbine 12 or surpass it, because you'd think it should as a 16 energy weapon. So let's give that a go. Oh, okay, at least this map is pretty decent. I have been trying to play this maxed out build. I'll put it up for quite a while. This is probably take 20 something. I don't know, man. This has been so hard to do. Not only is it difficult with a direct fire weapon with a lot of the end game stuff, but this server definitely lags behind. I can't really show the the FPS of it, or whatever it is, my ping. But, okay, Scorpius 2 can hit me pretty bad. Let's see if we can get this one too. Nice. Okay, we didn't get the kill, but that's not bad. You can see the damage output. It's not bad. But Yeah, there's a delay. Like, for example, when I start a match and it goes to the full 15 seconds, it still adds another 5 seconds at least. So I'm at 20 seconds before it drops me in the match. So it gives you an idea of how delayed things will be. And when you're talking about bastions with EM rifles, I'll probably lose this match. I don't even know if I'll use this footage. But I've been saying the same stuff over and over again. This weapon, again, isn't bad. It's probably in the same territory as the carbine, but as we know, the carbine struggles to survive, and so does this. I do feel, though, as a 12 energy weapon like this, as you can see, when things get close like that, you can chew them up fast. I mean, so it does actually kill things fast, but that's not always easy to do. There's a lot of maps where there's a lot more distance, so you have to... Oh my gosh. Oh, I thought I was dead there. I expected it. Usually as soon as they get their sights on me, I'm like dead just because of the delay. So I'm surprised I was not killed. But you can see that the damage output it has is decent. It's just been hard for me to survive for most or all of the match. It definitely has trouble with the tanky guys, but like small to medium-sized targets, it will chew up fast. I do feel like with the range of carbines and with the idea of the burst fire, you actually may have a better time using carbine 12s in this weapon, though. Just because I don't know. I honestly think, you know, it's not going to be worth anyone's time. Let's just be honest. I will say, I don't think this weapon is worth it. I think carbine 12s is borderline for a lot of people to get. And I think because this weapon is so late into the game that you're getting it, who's going to want to invest resources in this versus the other legendary stuff that they're most likely going to get that's meta worthy? All right. It's just going to be a very difficult weapon in the spot to use it. The only time that I think the fusion cannon will do well for people is just for helping them get through tiers, if it is for credits or cheap acoins. That's about it. But given how other things are for the cost, I'm guessing these are going to be like 26 or 2,700 acoins, somewhere in that neighborhood at least. Ooh, if not more, maybe 3,100. So I just don't think it's going to be worth it. I really don't. You're better off putting that money into something that you want because you're pretty much there at end game. There's just not a whole lot of reason to get this weapon. So I just think it's pointless. There, I've already explained it. So if oh my gosh, I said it and I thought I was going to die right there. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we got through that mission, that match. And we actually did well too. As you can see, the damage output is good if you can survive. It is unlikely you will versus other weapons. I just think it has a lot of limitations and it's not worth your time for where it's going to be on the progress path. Maybe not bad for buying or buying early, but still not something I think is really all that worth investment into. I had high hopes that it was going to surpass the carbines in a good enough way. I don't think it does. So I don't think it's worth your time. But you guys can let me know what you think below, what you think this weapon could shine at, and we'll see you out there on the battlefield.